Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello friends, my name is Aghniya Marinda. I class 4B1 Mathematics Education in Muhammadiyah Tangerang University. In this video, I will explain about vector material. Let's attention. In this video, I will explain about Mathematics English Senior High School. My lecturer name is Prahesti, Tirta, Safitri, M.Pd. The material is vectors. I explain about the first is definition of vector, the second is translation of a plane, the third is vector algebra, the fourth is basic unit vector, and the last is question. The first is definition of vector. What it is a vector? Vector is a quantity that has direction. A vector is described as a line segment that has a direction, aligned with an arrow at one end. The second is translation of a plane. Vector. This is a picture of vector, marked by a row. This is vector. The name is P vector. This is a K unit, and this is a L unit. We can write this KL or K point L. A general translation would move the sheet K units across and L units up the grid when several points move in the same direction through the same distance. Such a translation is called a vector and is written KL. The third is vector algebra. For example, in vector P equals to KL. P is a vector, but K and L are numbers called the components of vector P in the x and y direction. If S any number and P is any vector, then SP is another vector. A number such as S is often called a scalar because it is usually changed the scale of the vector. Example, this is a vector A. Has a quantity, you can write A. If P plus Q equals Q plus P, this is called the commutative rule for addition of vectors. If bracket P plus Q plus R equals P plus bracket Q plus R, this is called the associative rule for addition of vectors. If P plus 0 equals 0, this is called the identity rule for addition of vectors. And the last, if P plus Q plus R, if and only if R equals P plus Q, this is called the distribution rule for addition or multiplication of vectors. The fourth is basic unit vectors. If you apply the rules of vector algebra to a vector in column form, you can write P equals KL equals bracket K plus 0 and 0 plus L equals bracket K0 plus bracket 0L equals K bracket 10 plus L bracket 0, 1. The vectors bracket 10 and bracket 0, 1, which appear in the last expression, are called basic unit vector in the x and y directions, denoted by the letters I and G. So P equals Ki plus Lg. Illustrate. This is a vector P. This is a component of vector P in the x and y direction. Ki and Lg is a scalar. To have alternative notation, examples 3p minus 2q, where p is 2 and 5 and q is 1 and negative 3. Notation 1, p we can substitute by 2 and 5 and q we can substitute by 1 and negative 3. So 3 times 2 and 5 minus 2 times 1 and negative 3 equals 3 times 2 is 6, 3 times 5 is 15, minus 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times negative 3 is negative 6, equals 6 minus 2 is 4, 15 minus negative 6 is 21. Notation 2, we can write this 3 times 2i plus 5g minus 2 times I minus 3g equals 3 times 2i is 6i plus 3 times 5g is 15g minus 2 times I is 2i, 2 times negative 3g is negative 6g equals 6i plus 15g minus 2i plus 6g equals 4g plus 21g. The quantity is the same with annotation 1. And the last is question. Express each of the following vectors as column vectors and illustrate your answer geometrically. A is I plus 2g, B is 3i, C is g minus I, D is 4i minus 3g. Answer. A is I plus 2g. I plus 2g is a component of vector A in the x and y direction. Why vector A? Because we can give name is free. As column vector, vector A is a bracket 1 and 2. This is a column vector. And then this is a illustrate geometrically. Why vector A point of right? Because the quantity is a negative. Is a positive. B 3i. 3i is a component of vector B. This is a column vector. Vector B equals 3 and 0. Why 0? Because unit G is nothing. This is illustrate geometrically. We can answer C, G minus I. G minus I is a component of vector C. Vector C equals, this is a column vector, minus 1 and 1. G minus 1 same with minus 1 plus G. This is a illustrate geometrically. Why vector C points of left? Because this is a negative. This is illustrate geometrically. And then D is 4i minus 3g. 4i minus 3g is a component of vector B. This is a column vector. This is a illustrate geometrically. Why vector D point of under? Because the quantity G units is a negative. Thank you. I hope this material can be useful for you. Sorry if there is mistake. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye bye.